I need to get Trump to hear this because I think he would agree with it.
Are we the only country mandating this dangerous refrigerant switch?
We are having a major crisis and no one realizes it with the AC and HVAC. It's going to be basically a $25 billion problem.
How did we come to this? Because everything that we've come to right now, whether you're left-leaning, right-leaning, if you follow the money, there's usually what it is.
100%. They're all such liars anyway, and people just lap it up. That's insane.
You talk about hypocrisy, there you go.
But that's the issue now. People can't look at things and they just shut it down. They label you. That's why labels are terrible.
I'm just chuckling that you and I are having a conversation about politics. I didn't think it was going to take this kind of turn.
That's how crazy the world is that I'm talking about. We're in an insane reality show.
Welcome back to the Harder Life podcast. Today we have Jamie Kennedy. He's a veteran actor, comedian, and producer known for his breakout roles in Scream, Malibu's Most Wanted, and the Jamie Kennedy Experiment. Beyond entertainment, Jamie is now raising his voice on a national issue that's flying under the radar. A government-created crisis that's hitting the wallets and homes of working-class Americans. He stepped out of Hollywood and into the heat to fight for families' freedom and fairness. Welcome the first guest in the new Harder Than Life studio, working out all the kinks. Thank you for your patience, my new friend, Jamie Kennedy.
Wow, how are you, brother? Congrats.
Thank you, man. If you could see this way, we're looking at the ocean over here. We're trying to figure out where sound is coming from. But you know what? As you say in Hollywood, the show must go on.
Show's got to go on, bro. And you know what? It's amazing that you're podcasting looking at the ocean. That's a beautiful thing.
Thanks, man. First, I'm not going to lie to you. When I first got your show notes, I'm like, is he joking with me? And then I dug into it and read into it. And I'm like, oh, dude, this is serious. So what was the moment that told you something was wrong in this HVAC world? What was going on?
Well, I know, people know me as a comedian and actor, but since, the pandemic, I've definitely gotten more vocal about things and talked about things. And this is something that I was brought to me and I was like, this is crazy. We're having a major crisis and no one realizes it with the AC and HVAC. It's going to be basically a $25 billion problem. And what it is that there was a whole issue where we had something called the Kigali Agreement, and that was the ability to change the refrigerant and the parts in air conditionings for America over a 15-year period, from high-end buildings and hotels to grocery stores to studio apartments and everything in between. And now they've completely changed it in America under the Biden administration, and they made it 15 months. So the rest of the world has 15 years, and we have 15 months. And because of this issue, we now have a major problem in the HVAC business.
So being a comedian, why did this issue move you into action of all the things that are pressing right now in the world? What was specific about this one that really got you going?
Well, I noticed it naturally. I was at a very nice place, and it's a club, and I was at this supper club, and it got hot, and it was on Sunset Boulevard, and I said, why is it so hot? Can you turn the AC on? She goes, we turn it off at night. And I said, why? She goes, because we don't want to burn the coolant. And I was like, what? So a beautiful high-end club turned their AC off. And I was like, what's going on? And then I learned a little about there. Then I started reading about it, and there was a big problem in Florida. Basically, in a nutshell, no one's going to be able to have air conditioning if we don't fix this problem, okay? So you're in the heart of it, my man. So basically, in a nutshell, the government changed the coolant, made it only responsible for two big companies to basically monopolize this. Okay, we can't make it in America, so we've exported it to China. China is making it. It's more expensive because of the tariffs, and then it's being it's being delivered through Mexico. So there's like 2 or 3 countries involved in this for us to basically get this new coolant. Coolant used to cost you $75 a cylinder. Do you know what it can go up to now? It's $1,000 to $1,200. $1,000 to $1,200 from $75. The parts that in the air conditioning have to be changed, that we can't get them quick enough, and they're forcing this country to basically change this stuff, and we don't have it in time. So there's going to be a lot of defunct air conditioning units. Now, you live in Florida. I don't know where you're at, Miami or somewhere.
I'm in Lauderdale.
Congrats when that comes in June. What are you going to do?
I'm going to sweat. I'm still sweating.
Yeah.
I'm sweating right now.
Yes. And so it's a big problem, and no one's realizing it. Like, come this spring, it's going to be happening for you earlier because you're in a hot weather all the time. But come this spring, it's going to be a real issue.
How do we fix it, bro? And wait a minute. Hold on before we fix it. How did we come to this? Because everything that we've come to right now, whether you're left-leaning, right-leaning, whether you're a Trump supporter, whether you're a Biden supporter, whatever you are, if you follow the money, there's usually what it is. How did we get here? Like, who was greased? What was, in your opinion, what happened? And then how do we fix it?
Well, you said it so perfectly. It's like, how do we get here? Follow the money. This was definitely under the AIM Act. Okay. And it's something called the 700 GWP rule. And it's a new thing that was changed from the Kigali Agreement. Now, the Kigali Agreement was a meeting in Africa, and all of the stuff that talked about this. It was one of the things they were talking about. And one of them was air conditioning. And basically, we got here, well, like you just said, follow the money. It's 2 huge companies, okay, that basically control this. 2 humongous companies. One of them is Honeywell, and the other one, I'm not sure. But I'm telling you, there's only 2 companies that can manufacture it. The new gas has what we call forever chemicals in it. So it's worse, and it's highly flammable. So let me explain something to you, bro. We're always talking about the environment and the green, what is it called? A global warming and all this stuff. So why would our government, under the Biden, approve a new type of gas, expedite it by 90% in the time instead of 15 years, 15 months? And then why would they put a chemical that's more flammable and more with forever chemicals in it? And only 2 companies control the manufacturing of it, and 2 other countries where it's manufactured. It's not even manufactured here. So the price gouge, we're not even getting a cut of it. The general consumer is not going to have air conditioning. People in apartments are going to be screwed because landlords aren't even fixing air conditioning. Think about this. Landlords aren't fixing air conditioning because they don't have it. They can't. And then grocery stores are going to be affected. There's a quote. It's like $1 million a store to fix this in a big grocery store. So this is going to be food. I mean, all of it. So we got here because, I mean, my opinion, I don't, this is not the truth, but my opinion is probably has to do with some type of lobbying.
Of course. Follow the money. Wherever you are. So how do we fix it?
So somebody at the head of this can change this with a swipe of a pen. We're not asking to not change all the stuff. We're just saying, give us more time. Give the AC, HVAC community more time to implement these changes. But 15 months, that's bizarre.
So you have my attention now. That I'm like sitting here thinking, why is he making this such a big deal? And now it makes sense. It's so funny.
Because,
this
bro,
is how we have to
do your pod right now and no air conditioning.
Oh, dude, I'd be stripping naked right now. You wouldn't want to be out here. I'm a big dude and I've sweat like crazy. So this is it's going to be an issue. So, but why are we the only country mandating this dangerous refrigerant switch?
That I don't have the answer to. Is again, things aren't adding up. Like, why is no other country was asked? Other countries were asked to switch, but no other country were expedited. It's 10 times they have the 15 years, but we're the only one that's expedited to 15 months. Well, maybe someone from one of those big companies talked to one of the heads of, the EPA. Don't quote me on this, but what I'm saying is there's a lot of stuff in Washington that gets caught up in lobbyists. And it's not, the American people are literally going to be affected. This is not just I'm telling you, a high end supper club on Sunset Boulevard shut its air conditioning off for 2 hours and didn't think anyone would notice it because it wasn't that hot of a day. So if they're doing that, what are you going to do in your 1 bedroom apartment?
So now that Trump is back in office, what can he do to reverse the situation?
Trump is not aware of this, to my knowledge. He's not even aware of it. So I need to get Trump to hear this because I think he would agree with it. And I think if he sees it, he can reverse it very quickly. And people, all they need to do is we just need, 20,000 signatures. That's all we need. Okay. Go to MAACA.org. That is MAACA.org, and you just sign up and just say, is this a problem? And you want to support it. We get enough signatures, we'll get it to the president. And he's not, it's so piled under so many things on his desk. He's got so much going on. And I mean, he's got bigger fish to fry, but this is a fish that will slowly get rotten from the heat.
How long have you been working on this?
About 2 months. And it was brought to me because it seems like a complicated thing and it's like not Jamie Kennedy or whatever, but it's a real issue. I completely agree with it. I mean, that one needs to be fixed and it needs to be talked about in a normal way. It's just basically, in a nutshell, they changed the regulations for refrigerant. We can't get the refrigerant. To get the refrigerant, it's 20 times the price. And it's bad for the environment. And now no one's going to be able to get it. And the Biden administration did it. And Mr. Trump is not aware of it. And everyone is going to have an issue, from a high-end hotel to a regular person. And their economy is already getting screwed. I mean, eggs, I don't know if you're in Florida. So probably, I mean, I like to buy a good egg, so I do buy a little more expensive. But a dozen eggs here was $11.50. Now, the average consumer is going to go freak out about that. But $11.50 is a normal price for a dozen eggs in LA. It's almost $1 an egg. Now, probably in Miami, it's close to that too. But I mean, there's a lot of prices that are for many things that shouldn't be that expensive, and that they are. And so this is a necessity. And so if this is expensive, it's just so everything, food can get rotten, and it's going to be even more expensive. So it needs to be fixed because the people don't have enough money as it is. And it's just going to get worse.
Jamie, it sounds like for 20,000 signatures, bro, like you could just in 2 seconds get your fan base to follow and sign that up. How far are you coming along on that right now?
Oh, well, we just started. I have to look at it. I have to look at the numbers today after this, but we just started. But I'm hoping I can do it with my fan base, and I'm reaching out to people like you. And I could do pods that are comedy and stuff, but I'd like to talk to people that are talking about, you do real things. I mean, you like entertainment as well, but this is a real issue. Unfortunately, it's not funny. You know what I mean? But it can be brought to you. If I'm being serious about it, it shows you that it's a real thing,
Let's talk a little bit, dude. I never in a million years would have thought I would bring you on the show and we would sit here talking about politics, bro. No offense. So you have to make me a promise. The next time you're in Miami, you come in person. And we do a non-serious one where we have a little fun. As a matter of fact,
let's do it. Are you off of Brickell around there?
I'm in Fort Lauderdale off of Las Olas. You know who I had dinner with last night? Someone who knew you.
My hood. That's my hood, bro.
Do you know Mike Sherman? Off of before they were Fame. I'm not sure. He told me to tell you, and he said what was his other? Jennifer Tapiero. Son of Jennifer.
Oh yes.
Yeah, it said that you guys used to all hang out. Small world. I had dinner with somebody last night in Las Olas. And wow. Let's talk a little bit about what's going on right now then. Because I want to get your opinion. So I flew in. I got to fly out on Sunday, and they're canceling flights because of the government shutdown that's happening right now.
Ooh, yeah.
Where in the mix of this do you think this falls, having to do with when we can't get our people, our representatives, to communicate? How in the heck are we going to get them to fix your issue, the AC issue?
Well, I mean, in terms of the shutdown, there's a shutdown because they're at a standstill, Republicans and Democrats, and it depends on what side you fall on. But my buddy just flew in today, or yesterday. He was supposed to land at 4:30. He didn't get out of LAX till 8:30.
Mm.
So it was a 4-hour delay from 11 gate changes to they couldn't get the right pilot. He actually said TSA wasn't that backed up. I'm seeing videos that TSA is really backed up in LAX, JFK. I'm flying out next week, so I did a lot of flying this year. I only have 2 trips left, so hopefully it won't be bad. But I mean, with the shutdown, how long can people work without being paid? So
So are you able to go on like these other comedians? Like you're seeing a lot of comedians take the flag of the American voice and kind of make fun of the government and just it's just creating another avenue for our voices to be heard, because this is unbelievable, Jamie. The bigger crisis in my mind is that if we ran, I own several companies, and we run our company this way where we just shut down and we can't fricking balance the budget, I'd be out of business. So are you using your platform? I haven't seen you in a while.
yeah.
I actually have never seen you, and I want to come see you in person. I know I obviously know you are. I just actually watched rewatched Entourage again, and you were
Thank you, buddy.
stitching there, dude. I'm like, I forgot how much I like you.
Thank you, buddy. I appreciate it.
So are you using your platform to like joke about this?
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Since about, it's about 4 years and change, really, since the COVID, 2020, 2021, 2020, really since the pandemic, I've been much more, vocal about things. And, I think it's good that our job as a comedian is to look at something and go, it's a little weird. So yeah, and we can do it about light things, we can do it about heavy things. And so yes, I use my platform to talk about many things, politics, all the insanity in the world of what reality is anymore. What's up. So it's like, yeah, so this is a real issue. That's why it's like I think it's good. I talk about this issue because it is a real issue, and it's something I can get behind. I mean, we all need air conditioning, and it's all there. I'm about hypocrisy, okay? So we can't have this new refrigerant that is terrible for the environment and being pushed upon in record pace, exuberant prices, but yet say, oh, we have problems with the environment, the the global warming and shit. It's like, what? This is not going to help global warming. You know what I'm saying? Putting your hand on a painting and gluing it to a statue is not going to help global warming. And what they're doing right now, making people get this stuff and not giving us the right time frame and the right actual good ingredients for this thing, it's not going to help global warming. So there's a hypocrisy there. And that's why I got involved, because I think, like you said, somebody's taking the money.
Jamie, you got to take it another step further, dude. Didn't you hear global warming's not a thing anymore? This week, or in the last 2 weeks, Bill Gates came out and said, oh, I might have overstepped my boundary.
No, he did not.
100% did.
No, he did not. He did not about face. No, he did not. Is that true?
Swear to God. Telling you. Came out and said, I may have exaggerated the global warming. Go look it up.
No, he didn't. See, this is what I'm saying. They're all such liars anyway, and people just lap it up. And now maybe he got busted or maybe something else. That's insane.
You talk about hypocrisy. There you go. Because
so it's all hypocrisy. Well, that's even helps this cause even more, because boom, there you go. I mean, he's going. That's insane, dude.
What else? Crazy. What else are you besides this? Because we're going to fix this. This will be fixed. We're going to get enough eyes on this. You'll get your 20,000 signatures. What else are you working on, and what else are you passionate about right now?
Well, I have my own podcast. It's called Hate to Break It to You. It comes out on YouTube every Monday at 1:00. And then I have either my own takes on things or I have guests. This week I have Raven Simone. And then I also have a movie I just did called Namaka, which was in limited theaters, and 11/11. It's coming out on streaming on Amazon and all Apple TV and different things. 11/11. So, I'm doing that. I do a game show called Funny You Should Ask. It comes on at 12 at night on CBS nationally. So I've been pretty busy.
Tell us about the movie.
The movie is called Namaka, and it's basically Here's the pitch. Are you ready?
Yes.
It's Moana gone bad. So
Moana
Moana,
gone
you ever see
bad.
Moana?
What?
Now imagine if Moana went bad.
Keep going.
She
Tell me
became a
more.
psycho. That's it. That's all I gotta say. It's basically the origin story for a psycho girlfriend. That's all I can tell you. An
Oh,
origin story for a psycho girlfriend.
we've never had
Set
one of
in
those.
an
So small. A funny thing is that's how the Heart of the Life podcast started. I wouldn't say psycho. Let me be nice. Toxic.
I think
Toxic
toxic is
girlfriend.
worse. It's just like a little psycho, a girl that would like to keep you no matter any means necessary. How about that? But set in a beautiful island paradise. So you have this beautiful Hawaiian backdrop of the movie, and then you have a girl that's a little bit psycho. And then I play a conspiracy theorist, which is, it's a hard stretch.
I can't wait to see it, dude. I'm gonna let it's so good. You said you were flying out. Where are you headed to? What are you
Next
doing?
weekend, I'm going to Detroit. I do a lot of Comic Cons, and I'm going to Motor City Comic Con in Detroit next weekend, 14th to the 17th. And I'm hoping that everything's, there's not crazy delays, but they're saying today they ground 10% of the flights in major hubs. So we'll see. I think they're going to ground more my personally. So,
This
but,
is getting crazy. They got to fix. So, in the history of humankind, tell me one conflict that was solved without communicating. We should lock these guys in a room and make them talk.
yeah, is that what's happening? Do you know the term filibuster?
Yes. That means
What does that
that means
mean?
they won't even talk. It means they take their ball and go home until
So
they get their way.
a filibuster means they won't even talk.
They don't even talk. They just go home.
So Trump was saying that they got to get rid of the filibuster. I mean, I guess he's saying you have to. Well, I can't understand that then. So basically, we're waiting because kids are spoiled, like you said. They take their ball, they go home. They're acting like children.
Yes, that's exactly what
what's
it
happening.
is. And most of it is about. I don't want to turn this into politics, but I love. If I were to do anything, it would probably be political science, and because I love studying how people think. And if it were anything, it's literally we just need to teach these guys how to communicate with each other. And the first thing I would do, remember when we were in kindergarten and they went boy, girl, boy, girl? We needed to go
Yeah.
Republican, Democrat, instead of being one
Yeah.
side.
Yeah.
They're all friends anyways.
Yeah, they are. I mean, I believe they are, but I mean, look, man, if they can't even talk, that's crazy that people are just sitting, people's lives are on hold. People can't get to see things, their friends, their family, their jobs, because they won't even communicate. I didn't know that was happening. That's insane. The one congressman already found all these weird expenditures and stuff like, vasectomies for people and, Uruguay. I mean, there's a lot of weird things that we were paying for. So we have to clean this budget up. But
So I heard Elon Musk on Joe Rogan last week say that that Elon could cut the budget in half right now, and he just came out of Doge, so he knows. So this is getting a little bit crazy. What I love is we're creating awareness on this.
Yes, he could, and he could fix a lot of things, but there's so much logjam that they won't allow him to do it. And there's so many bells and whistles and loopholes that they've created to keep it so complicated. That's why the blockchain and this is why Bitcoin is so brilliant, because every transaction is seen from the get-go. And that's why AI will expose a lot of this stuff, right? And so that's a lot of fraud is being exposed. The question is, these people are still trying to keep their hand in the cookie jar. But like, bro, why did they shut down TikTok for 24 hours and then they didn't, and then they did again and they didn't? No one talks about it. Why? Because you and I are talking, right? So we don't have to go to mainstream media anymore. I don't have to go on the McLaren Report or whatever that's called. I don't know, McLaughlin Hour. Like that used to be what news was, right? And now why can't you and I share ideas and be news, and like-minded individuals do some fact checking in the comments and they go, oh, they're on to something here. This is truthful, because they don't want that. That empowers us and it makes them less powerful. That's my 2 cents.
It's people like us that just need to get on these talk shows and just create awareness, and eventually it's going to give up. You said a couple of things that are near and dear to my heart: blockchain and AI. I own an AI
Mhm.
cybersecurity firm. I know all about blockchain. Little do you know, little does the public know, that blockchain is going to finally change voting. Because once we enable blockchain, you're going to be able to vote right here on your cell phone. And it's going to be end to end. You're going to be able to see who it is. AI is going to verify it's me. And
Dude.
you get real time voting. Guys, this is really
Dude,
going to happen.
that is so perfect. And that is going to piss so many people off. And even with blockchain, they're going to say, oh, well, it's hacked. I mean, that's exactly what we need. Just right here. Boop, boop. That's it.
So wait a minute.
That's it.
You're in California. What do you think about what just happened? I can't believe we're talking politics, dude. This is too funny. I thought we were going to talk about Malibu's most wanted and have some fun.
Yo, it's getting hot in Malibu. We need to fix this air conditioning. What were you saying? What were you saying about what just happened?
By the way, I'm in Detroit. I have two houses. One in Detroit,
is that where you're from?
One in Florida.
Or
so
Chicago?
Before when we done recording, let me grab your cell phone number. Let's have dinner one of the nights. I'll be back, and then I got to head out to New York. But let's have dinner next week. I'll show you around Detroit.
Okay, I'd love it.
Yeah, it's a good time. It's a good time. Good place. It's cold there, so you won't need any AC there right now.
Wait, so what are you talking about? What just happened? The mayor of New York?
Oh, no, we didn't even talk about that. I said, I'm just chuckling that you and I are having a conversation about politics. I didn't think it was going to take this kind of turn, but it's fun.
Dude, listen, that's how I always tell people, that's how crazy the world is that I'm talking about it. You know what I mean? A lot of comedians are very vocal about it. And that's how, because it's insane. We're in an insane reality show. It's crazy.
Jamie, where'd you grow up?
I grew up right outside of Philly, right outside of West Philly, born and raised. A place called Upper Darby, right outside of West Philly. So yeah, right by.
And then you moved to LA to take up acting, or was the comedian?
Yeah, stuff? I moved to LA right after high school, and I was like bitten by the bug.
What's keeping you in LA with everybody exiting out of there?
It's my home. Like, I'm very comfortable here. I visit a lot of places, but I feel very rooted in here. I love LA. I love California. I love, in an hour and a half, I can be in San Diego. Another hour and a half, I can be in Palm Springs. And 4 hours, I can be in San Fran. I mean, it's one of the most beautiful states, piece of land in the world, right? So, yeah, there's a lot of craziness. And I think, why do I have to leave? Because it's getting more overrun by people that are fanatical. I think people like me need to stay and kind of keep it normal. And there's a lot of people like me that are more normal, but they're not as vocal. So unless something crazy happens, we have a lot of crazy stuff. I don't see myself leaving. I can see myself having another little place somewhere where you're at. I love where you're at, but it's my home, and I want to. It's a beautiful place. Hollywood is beautiful. San Diego is beautiful. The Valley. There's so many great things here. But yeah, we're getting overshadowed by some nuttiness right now.
I just gave a keynote in Palm Springs. It was my first time being there. It was 118 degrees every day.
And guess what you needed to get through it?
It was beautiful. I loved every minute. It was just
guess what you needed to get through it?
Had a blast.
Air conditioning.
Oh, you're right. And misters.
See that?
Misters.
Yeah. Those are out too. We don't get this bill passed. So, dude, exactly though. I mean, come on, bro. I mean, I love Phoenix. I love Fort Lauderdale. I love Texas. But they're not, I love Vegas, but LA is my home. But it might change in 5 years. I might be like, I'm done with these crazies and just move down to, the Keys and just open up a rum bar.
Keep in mind, it's not the people, it's not crazies that are leaving. It's businesses, it's corporations. I mean, Rogan left, big business. Rogan left.
Yeah.
Ed Milet left. I mean, massive people because they didn't want to get taxed.
Mr. Wonderful will tell you it's very hard to do business here. But I will say, and I'm not an expert on the tax code at all, but I've paid taxes this year, and I don't know, my accountant, I actually got a refund this year, I pay too much, and my accountant is telling me that they're putting initiatives in so people won't leave. So I believe there are more tax breaks coming to help people that stay because, I've owned a place here for, over 30 years. I've been a citizen forever, so it's like, there is something to this stuff about being local and like, a new taco shop just opened up. It's great. It's local. It plays with that Hollywood economy and West Hollywood has its own stuff and it helps. So I think that they want to incentivize people to stay here, certain people, but they also don't want people to stay. So we'll see. I mean, there's a lot of tech guys that are still here, but it's hard to do Tesla here. They had to move because it's just too much tax.
You have an eternal optimist about you. How old are you, brother?
55, bro. Double nickels. How about you?
Bro, you look good 55.
Thank
I
you.
thought you were 45. I'm not even trying to I'm not even
Stop
trying.
it. You know
What? My
It's that
birthday's
beef
in
tallow, bro.
my birthday's in 2 weeks. I'll be 50.
You're not even 50 yet?
Not yet. Not yet.
With those guns, my man? Wow, bro. Well, welcome to the club. We're definitely going to have to eat some food, bro. Turning 50 in Detroit in the 8 Mile, it'll be gangster.
Dude, you're gonna
Turning
laugh.
50
I went
there.
to high school with Eminem, so it's you go 8 Mile.
Wow.
That movie was just the way we grew up. That's why I call it harder than life, man. You when you grow up. That's why I asked you where you grew up. It's like you grow
Yeah.
up as poor as we did, with all the freaking disadvantages. This big body is armored up because my stepfather used to beat me to death.
Oh, man.
Now it's like,
I'm sorry.
now it's my door opener, and I don't have any problems anymore.
No, I can only imagine. I'm sorry to hear that. But
Nah, it's
Detroit is I mean, if you can survive Detroit, you can survive almost anything.
What more about this AC? What have we not covered that did we?
Well,
did
I
I forget
wanna
anything
make
or not
sure
hit
that
it all?
people
I got a
go-
bunch of questions about it. Is there more?
People
Anything else
go
that we
to
forgot?
it might be 30,000 signatures. I'm not sure. So let's just try to go for that. But maacaa.org. That's where you got to go and just sign and back it. But basically, if you live in any environment, but right now, we're going, if you're in a hot weather environment, we have a big problem coming up and we need this overturned because basically it's a monopoly. Two huge companies are controlling this whole situation. There's a new refrigerant. It's not great for the environment. It's got forever chemicals. It's highly flammable. And it was done under the Biden administration. Understand that. The last administration approved it. They did something that no other country has to do. 15 years every other country has to change all of these refrigeration issues. We have 15 months. And in a nutshell, it's going to be a problem. It's going to be a big problem. So all you have to do is sign it, read up on it for yourself.
I'll bet you the second company that owns it. You said Honeywell was the first company, and you don't know who the second company?
I'm not sure. Yeah, I apologize.
I'll guarantee you it's some kind of special interest. Maybe it's China.
Yeah, 100%. Look, how is it fair that we're rushed to change our things and we can't even manufacture it here? We haven't had time to make the places to change it, to make the parts for the manufacturer. So then it's outsourced to China and then ship the gas. Part of the gas is made in China or something and something else is made in Mexico. Whatever it is, every other country that's involved is making money off of it except us. We're being hit with money. It's the same thing with the tariffs. That's why people don't understand the tariffs. The tariffs are simple. You want to do something with America? Pay a little fee. And I don't understand how people don't like the tariffs. Sure, things are going to go up, but guess what? It's keeping America rolling and people in America. Then you don't buy your jeans in China. Doesn't mean you can't. But you can buy American-made jeans, right? Isn't it good where you live to support the economy? It's like me buying a taco down the street supports this area instead of me buying one in Phoenix. It's not going to help L.A. Simple.
It's called standards. I love it. This is a lot of depth to you. What do you got planned for 2026?
2026 is I'm really passionate about this cause, so I'm going to really. We're going to get these signatures.
Yeah, you're 100% going to get it. That's why I'm already fast.
We're going to get these signatures. We're going to get it in front of President Trump. I'd like to take a trip to Mar-a-Lago and talk to him about it. And then I I have a movie I did coming out called Lunch Hour, which is going to start hitting the festival circuit. So that's done. I do, like I said, I do the game show called Funny You Should Ask. It comes on CBS at midnight. I'm continuing that. I'm doing tour. My comedy tour is getting bigger. In 2026, I'm probably going to be on the campaign trail for Steve Hilton for governor, not to talk politics, of California. And he's amazing. And right now, he's leading the race on the Republican side. Um,
Oh,
so
wait a minute.
I'm going to go
Is that
out there
Hilton
and
from the
do
Hilton family?
no, no. All right, let me tell you how crazy our state is. We need a guy who is Hungarian descent, from London that lived in Canada. Stay with me. Hungarian descent, grew up in London, but then also lived in Canada, who now lives in LA. We needed a guy like that to come in to fix our state. That's how crazy California is. We can't even get a homegrown person. So we went out and we did 3 shows for Hilton for Governor. It's Make California Golden Again.
Ooh, I
That's what it's
like
called.
that. Make California golden again. Is there a
It's
website for
gold.
that?
Yeah, you can just look it up. Steve Hilton, Golden Again. Make California Golden Again. And that's why I'm not leaving, because he believes in it. He's a resident. He loves it. And so I'm going to be out there with him, and he's leading on the Republican side. The other lady's leading, which is crazy. I think she's leading everybody, Kathy, whatever. And that's exactly example of this is not a real life. I mean, it's crazy. This woman who's leading, she's wild. Have you
So
seen
you said a
videos of
little bit
her?
about your tour. I want to hit you personally, and I'm not trying to be. I know that you're gonna be successful with this venture. I know we're gonna get those signatures. So, and you got movies coming out. Talk to me about your tour. What's that all about? What do you actually have tour dates?
I do stand up. Yeah, all my tour dates are on my website. They're coming. I'm going to do a bunch. JamieKennedy.com. You go and just look in tour, and that's where my dates come up. But I'm just putting it out right now. But tonight I have one of my final shows of this year. I'm going to Palm Springs and doing a show at 29 Palms Casino. But I'm going to do something at Tacoma January 31st. I'm going to be New Year's Eve in the Keys, in the Florida Keys, the 31st, the 1st, and the 2nd. I'm going to be doing 5 shows down there at the Keys Comedy Club. So I'm doing that, and then I'm building out my tour. But I will be on tour in 2026.
I want to ask some funny questions about that. Like, so
Go for it.
do you do, because I've always been fascinated by this. We've had a lot of comedians on and we just joke around and have fun, but since we've been so serious, I want to know behind the scenes. I'm a learn-it-all sponge. I want to know everything about everything. So do you prepare an actual, like a movie, you prepare a whole plan and then you just repeat it, or do you change it as you go along?
Comedy? You mean my show?
Yes.
Oh, yeah. I mean, you have ideas, you go out. The basics of comedy is you start with a joke. Here's the simplest rule I'll tell everybody. Start with a joke, and then the joke, you get more jokes and it becomes what we call a bit. And then you do a couple bits together, and then that's called a hunk. Put a bunch of hunks together, and that's called a theme. And then the theme becomes your hour. That's basically what comedy is in a nutshell. And then how you do it. And if you get, if you get 2 laughs in an hour, if you methodically plan it out, that's 120 laughs. And you want, 7 applause breaks. You can break it down scientifically, and laughs, giggles, guffaws, all that shit, right? So in a nutshell, you just go on. I've already done 3 different specials. I've come out in different times of my life. So I have enough. I'm going to put out a 4th one soon. But yeah, this is stuff I've been working on for 4 years. And it's kind of done. It's old. But then I'll be just doing new stuff, and it's I don't sit there with a script. It's in my head and I kind of go with it. But listen, we have an entitled world more than ever. So people heckle me. I go back and forth with them. And sometimes people interrupt. So I have an idea of what I'm going to do, of course, but a lot of improv does happen. That's for sure.
So what's the theme of this tour?
I'm still working on it.
Come on, AC, baby,
question.
AC. Your wife's hot. How about that one? Your wife is hot.
How about, yeah, your wife's hot. That's good one. Cool it. with Jamie Kennedy. Your wife's hot, but you want your wife to stay hot, bro. So it's not good for this cause. But it could be. Yeah, I don't know. It's my whole thing is, I'm 55, bro. I've fucking lived, and now I'm just enjoying life and looking at the hypocrisy of things and going, that's bullshit. That's bullshit. Dude, California will. It's actually a great time to come to California. I want to tell people that because there's a lot of change and there's real estate. There's a ton of inventory. I'm thinking about purchasing something, and it'll never not be California. You know what I'm saying? We want good people. We want people that really enjoy. I want all types of people. I just don't want ideologic liberals. I don't mind liberals, but I can't deal when a liberal gets liberally. You know what I'm saying?
I think we can all agree. So I like to talk to people about what can we agree on. It's the extremes that drive me crazy. Give me everybody in between, and we will find common ground. United we stand. Let's work together. But when you're extreme, I can't get anything done with extremists.
Yeah, like this. Like, let me see. What kind of watch is that?
Rolex.
Okay. You're racist. Right? Like, how did I get? You know what I mean? And it's like somehow somebody will come up to you and say that was made under oppressive conditions, blah blah blah, and you're a racist. You're born, privileged, even though you're from Detroit and you grew up, and you got beaten as a child. Somehow you're a bad person. You know what I mean? It's like that's just how we are in this world. You know what I'm saying? It's like you've come through the fire and you want to enjoy life, so you're living it and you're self-made. But that's the issue now. People can't look at things and they just shut it down. They label you. That's why labels are terrible. I tell people, don't be loyal to the label. Be loyal to logic. What is the logical thing? You know what I'm saying?
Don't be loyal to the label. Be loyal
to the logic. Like, it's pretty simple. That's why they just label you. Oh, you're a conspiracy theorist. You're done. Oh, you're racist. Oh, you're a sexist. You're a misogynist. And it's just it's a way to not deal with you. It's completely dismisses you. There's no arguments. There's no conversation. And that's why we are at right now. No talking. And like you said, no talking. Flights don't leave. Grocery stores don't get stocked. And people get hot because there's no air conditioning.
Jamie Kennedy's 55. Who is Jamie Kennedy?
That's a big question, bro. I mean, that's like
he just got quiet.
That's like takes time to do some introspective. I think he's a good guy. He wants to have fun. He wants to enjoy his life. I would say in a nutshell, I'm a guy that lives by the number one rule. I do unto others as I would like done to myself. That's it. I think that's the golden rule of if it's Christianity or basic religion or basic goodness, do unto others as you would like done to you. That's try to live. Rule, so I try to treat people, give people respect, and hopefully I'll get it back.
I got 2 more questions. I'll get you out of here. What's fun to you, bro?
Dude, since I'm older, I have this joke. It's like after shows, I used to like want to meet a woman, but like now I'm just like really happy with a big plate of brie. You know what I mean? Like, honestly,
that's cheesy.
I enjoy. Well, it's like I enjoy really good food. I love to golf. I love to get out in nature and work out a little bit. I love a good conversation. I keep my circle very close. I love a good cigar.
Oof.
I went to the dude in Fort Lauderdale that one place as a Burn. I love Burn. I don't know if that's by you or that.
No, that's in the other side. I have a place over there too. That's in Naples.
Yeah, but I'm I'll come down there. I'd love to burn one with you somewhere. And
we'll do it in Detroit next weekend.
And be quite frank, dude, like laughing is very important. Like going out to shows, people will be like, oh, I loved your show. Some people will say that, but I need them there. People fill me with their good energy. Like people sitting there laughing at your face has probably kept me healthy. You know what I mean? Like, I'm serious. So I think it's a big deal. It helps me.
I'm turning 50 in a couple of weeks. What's your advice to me?
Viagra, but you can get it cheaper online. Or see no, we're good so far. 50, dude, it's crazy. It is not 50 anymore. I'm 55. I still dress like I'm 17 and I'm ready to do a backspin on cardboard. You know what I'm saying? Like I'm with my old breakdance crew. So I think that you and I are from a similar generation. You're a little younger than me. You know, it seems like you doing well in life. Finances are okay. I think you just it's really a good time. I think somebody said your 20s, you're finding out what you want to do. Your 30s, you're working hard to get it. Your 40s, you make enough money to fulfill it, and your 50s is when you start to enjoy it.
Yeah, and you just
So
don't
I
give a
think you
crap.
should,
I just don't care. I'm
yeah,
already there.
you won't give a, especially now, dude. I mean, once the pandemic and all the insanity and all the politics, and then, you know, people saying, everything. This gender, there's 97 genders, and you can't question anything. A banana is now a grapefruit, and so at some point, I mean, and AI's coming. I mean, forget it, dude. It's all a wash. So don't give a shit and give your opinions and stay true. But I would tell anyone who's listening, the biggest problem we have in this world, in my opinion, maybe not the biggest, but one of them, is people have to keep an open mind. And they have to not take themselves too seriously. Humor is lost. A lot of people take themselves way too seriously. Those two
Jamie,
things will help us a lot.
That's the best advice, because I just was flying down here. I was listening to Brene Brown on a podcast. And I was thinking, I am happy and I'm at peace, but I keep forgetting to literally allow myself to be joyful. I'm happy.
Yeah.
And they're two different things. And that becomes I'm on a mission to help people and to inspire, to educate, to motivate, and to model what life looks like when you do make good decisions. But I sometimes get the nose to the grindstone and forget to just enjoy it.
You got to enjoy things, listen, you've worked hard, you're 50 now, so I think you can start enjoying a little bit, but obviously you're going to be on your grind. Things will be easier because of technology. It's like, think about how easy what you can do from your phone. You get a chicken sandwich droned to you and get a car, it's crazy. So it's like, and if you have the means, I would say enjoy it, but happiness, there's a great book called Happiness is a Serious Problem by Dennis Prager, and he talks about how people think you have to be happy 24/7, or if you're not, you're like all this stuff. And it's just, happiness comes and goes. You're gonna have waves, you're gonna have days that are just down. That's what we are. We're not just one emotion, we're multiple. So but I agree with you. Smell those roses, dude. A good cup of coffee, and a good plate of brie, sitting in that hot. No, we want to sit in a beautiful, cool air conditioning
with your hot wife.
Hot wife, but you want to go to maacaa.org because you want to keep that hot wife
cool. That was Jamie Kennedy, real, raw, and on a mission. You might have tuned in expecting jokes, but what you got was some truth and a few fun jokes. This AC crisis isn't about refrigerants. It's about freedom, accountability, and standing up when systems fail the people they're meant to protect. You heard the facts. Families can't afford cooling, contractors can't get supply, and two global giants are profiting off of your pain. So here's what you do next. Go to maacaa.org, sign the letter, share the link, and send this episode to someone who needs to know what's coming. We fight back by getting loud, and on this show, we're louder than ever. Till next time, stay strong, stay free, keep living harder than life. Please rate and share this podcast. I'm active on all social platforms and love to hear from my Siegel supporters. Each and every episode is sponsored by my company, National Technology Management, the easiest and best IT company to do business with, delivering peace of mind with technology every day, even simplifying cybersecurity. Visit trustntm.com for more info. Until next week, be harder than life.